morning. It's 7 a.m. It's crazy how good I feel in the new year. How about you? So I want to chat with you about, how do we grow our businesses? That's what I do at 7 a.m. is I give free tips and advice on how to grow your businesses on these 7 a.m. lives. We call them Coffee with Shanda. I'm actually sitting here drinking out of a Heartcore cup, which is focused on the step you're in because I literally obsess about getting my mind to be stronger. So I want to share something with you. Yesterday, I was working, and just like hopefully you, I had a really great start to the year so far. I've been super productive, super on fire. You've been watching me for the last couple of days. I've just been upping my vision, upping my goals. In fact, yesterday I added an additional $8 million to our goals for 2018. And the challenge is I can actually still see how we can hit that, which means I'm still playing too small. So, I was saying yesterday, follow me every morning, stay with me, get up in the morning, share with your friends to come join you, because I can tell you something, that's not even a ploy to get you to get people to follow me, or it's nothing about getting. It's about the fact that, when you're succeeding at something or when you're doing something, share it with someone that you love, share it with a couple of your closest friends. And what happens is you guys rise together and you have something to talk about. Right now, this year, I'm reading a book. Every single month, I'm reading a book. And I'm reading it with a friend of mine so that every month we're being productive together. We're using the same time calendars, agendas, things like that. And we're reading a book every single month. So, I think sometimes there's a group of people who are suspicious when you say things like share or tag or, and believe it or not, they're things that you actually have to say, or people just don't think like that. But the baseline of that type of thinking is that you really want to do things like read a book every single month and challenge yourself, and do it with somebody else who's on the same mission to succeed. Don't do it with somebody else who's lackadaisical, missing deadlines. Do it with someone who actually will play the game with you to succeed. And then you can look back on the year and be like, holy cow, we created some off the charts results together because of the fact that we did it together. I don't know about you, but if I've got a trainer coming to my house to work me out, or I have a coach that I'm accountable to in my business, or whatever it is, then I succeed. I go take a course on meditation, and before I know it, 2 months later, I'm not doing it. Right? So there's a power to the accountability of us working together. But what do I want to talk to you about today? So I talk about how you can actually double your money if you eliminate time distractions. So, and I'm on the same crusade you are. How do I, best way to describe this to you? I'll share it like this first. So yesterday I was working, and I'm going at it, and I'm coming towards the end of the day, and I'm getting text messages. And what had happened is I had sent a text message. You got to watch, every action you have has a reaction. I sent a text message in the morning to this guy that I want to do some business with. And so I sent him a text message, and then I get a response back a couple hours later, and he says, well, I can't meet at that time, but can this time work for you? And then I'm looking on my calendar, right? You could see this, the writing on the wall. So I'm working, everything's rocking, crushing my goals yesterday. And then all of a sudden it's I'm in my phone, checking my calendar. I go from my text message to my calendar to see if the time is available. Has anybody had a distraction like this? And before you know it, it's 30 minutes later, because if I go to check my calendar, I'm now in my email. And then if I'm now in my email, all those amazing email marketers, which everybody does email marketing. Brendan Burchard blew up his company by learning 2 skills in a year: how to actually tell stories, go deep in his storytelling in video, and how to do email marketing. And that's how he exploded. All the great people are email marketing. I just say this because so many people are like, email marketing's dead. And then in a year from now, they'll be like, email marketing is the hottest thing in the world. Podcasting is dead. Snapchat is it. Stop following these trends. Just if you get really good at any of the marketing campaigns, you will see your company elevate, at least double in size, but we go for 6Xing. I'm kind of tired of this 10Xing game out there. It's 10Xing is fuck. Not that it's, I mean, I'm up for the challenge, but I'm like not up for dropping everything in the process. But 6Xing, I'm up for that challenge because I can still manage my life and manage my personal life and the people that I love, still give attention to by 6Xing. But 10Xing, I tend to drop balls and I start to not spend time with the people that I care about. So, you have to look at these barriers for yourself. As I digress, sorry, a little bit of a rant there. I could have went off on a massive rant about this 10X conversation right now. But saying that, so I go from my text message, I go to my email, then I'm checking I went to my email to check my calendar, but I didn't actually get to my calendar for probably about 15 minutes. You guys, what I can do and what you can do in 15 minutes, you could do a live, like this and give to your audience and create like even while I'm doing this live, there are people who are deciding that they want me to be their coach, right? Like even though I'm not making an offer, there are people that are deciding that they want me to coach them. Like when I do last year, I did a series of free events in San Diego. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm actually doing San Francisco coming up in February where I'm going to do a free event. I don't make an offer at the free event. I do let people know that at the lunch break, if they want to know about my programs, then they can stay and I tell them. But I don't I do this respectfully so that they're not coming to a free event and then getting hammered with an offer, right? But the reason why I tell that to you is because like most of the people who end up saying yes to me at these free events that I did last year, which was just literally a realization that I could just go out and give and give and give. And the more you give, the more not only are you fulfilled, but the more people can actually get access to you and see, oh my God, I want to hire Michelle Pace. I want to hire Jennifer Schultz. I want to hire Tia. I want to hire Amber. Like I want to hire these people because I'm seeing them more. And the reason why people don't buy from you is because you still don't have the influence with them. So when I look at time distractions in your day, I sit there and go, there's this epic conversation around a certain income level. And like income levels, meaning that people making certain income levels often hang out together. And they're like in pods. I look at it like pods, like little villages of mindsets. It's like there's the 60,000 people, 60,000 to $100,000 a year. Then you got the over six figures. Then you got the 500,000. Then you got the 800 to about 1.5 that hang out with each other. And then you start breaking into the 5 million that hang out with each other. And then you've got the 5 to 8 figure, 5 to like 11, 12 million that hang out together. And then it's crazy. Like there's like these little pods of mindsets. And like, I look at them as like little villages. They're also marketing avatars. I mean, my mind could go crazy on this, but I should actually do a whole live around how to market to these pods. But in fact, if you want me to do that, let me know in the comments section and I'll create a training around this for a coffee with Shanda. But saying that, if you're like in these marketing pods or in these mindset pods, you're in your own little village. I really learned this when I did 2 infomercials, and one aired really like strongly on not online but on TV, not for a long time, a short time. And I was like, holy cow, like the world that I live in and the world I've lived in my entire life is not the world of like network TV, meaning that like I entered into a bunch of different mindset pods, right? A bunch of different mindset villages out there. And I got a bunch of people that were like my people and definitely not my people who don't want to work, people who complain all the time, sick, like just like all these different things. And I was like, wow, like it was a huge aha moment that this world is so big, and whatever and whoever you want to work with, there's more than enough people that want you, but they don't know you. They don't know you. Like they just don't know you. Why do you think like Gary Vee, Frank Cardone, God, like even Sarah Blakely with like, I get so many emails from Spanx about their new leggings. I mean, they only have a certain like limited amount of like bras and underwear and leggings and things like that. But somehow they change the subject lines over and over and over again and change the pictures. And they're in my inbox about the same offer over and over and over again. I notice, at least from like coaching the thousands of people that I've coached, and I don't even know how many countless people I've touched through stages or lives or things like that. I've noticed that people ask me some of the same questions, like, will people on my email list get tired of hearing about the same topic? No, I've been teaching email marketing for, gosh, like 5 years. I think the last 5 years of my career, I have been teaching email marketing consistently because it's a huge black hole for people. I mean, like, it's the cheapest, easiest marketing on the planet. So if you still are trying to figure out your message, or you're still trying to figure out like what you're going to offer or how to expand or how to get good at speaking, your email list is the cheapest way to be able to do it and have the highest returns on investment, right? And so the only reason why I teach that is because, like, almost everybody I know, Frank Kern, everybody, Bedros, all of us, I mean, the reason why, Russell Brunson, the reason why all of us got up and going was through our email list. I mean, we test on our email list, and then we continue to move out to more expensive avenues of marketing, right? So, I digressed again, sorry. But the point is when you look at your day, you got to watch these time distractions. So I actually wrote it down. I was like, I text messaged Jim at 9 o'clock in the morning. At 11 a.m., he text messaged me back and told me he couldn't do that time. Could he do Tuesday next week? I went in my calendar. I didn't make it to my calendar. I made it through my emails. And you know what I was doing in my emails? I wasn't even answering emails. I was going delete, 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 because my inbox drives me nuts when it's full. Anybody else feel that? Am I the only crazy person that when my inbox is full, I'm like, I'm like, delete, delete, delete. Like, it's almost like I feel like I've got way too much work and I've got to like obsessively get rid of the inbox, right? And so I sat there deleting forever. Like, I'm not kidding you. It was like a good 15 minutes. And then I realized, what the F am I doing? I could be doing a live to one of the mindset villages and just giving. And then people will message me. Here's the deal. If you're in 2019 and you don't have a coach you love, you better direct message me. You better inbox message me. You better open up to getting coaching, because your business is not going to grow on your own. I don't work out unless I have a coach coming to me and working me out. I say I don't have an issue with working out because I've handled that. I don't eat healthy. I don't eat healthy unless I've got somebody cooking for me. So I invest in that. Right? I don't have a clean house and it drives me insane. My house needs to look like a hotel, which it does. When people tell me, oh, I've got kids and my house looks like a mess, I'm like, no, you just won't invest, right? So you've got to invest in these things to give yourself peace of mind to be able to grow your life and grow your business. So long story short, by the time I realized I've been deleting for 15 minutes, I go into my calendar and I realize I can't even do that time with Jim. So now I've got to text message him back another time. Thank God that time worked. But my point is I thought to myself, controller, Shanda, you're controlling. I should have immediately copied that text, sent it to my executive assistant, and asked her to schedule Jim. We're not using the people around us effectively. Listen, and I mean this with so much respect. My executive assistant gets off on being excellent at her job. She's so good at it. And when I rob her from the piece that she's good at, because I just think I could just go into my calendar and do it, and then I get caught by the email distraction or whatever that looks like, then I'm taking money off the table. For myself, impact off the table. For you, would you like me to do multiple lives about what I'm doing in the day? Would you like me to have like a camera person with me to be shooting live when I'm training my clients so that you can get pieces of what I'm training them to maybe influence a moment? I had a moment yesterday that had me add an $8 million goal additional for this year. Like, I increased what I said I was going to earn this year, which means who I'm willing to impact, which means how much I'm willing to let go of more resistance to give, right? Instead of maybe doing 6 webinars, I do 12 webinars this year. Instead of, doing one 7 a.m. coffee with Shanda, I invest in a film person, like literally like every time I'm doing anything, to be able to come and interview and talk to me about why I'm doing what I'm doing, so that you can literally learn how to stack your life and your business and your decision making. Everything comes down to your decision making to be able to grow your business. That's like putting my attention somewhere else versus hitting delete on my inbox or scheduling somebody when that's not my job, right? And it shouldn't be, even though I can do it. So look for the distractions. Here's what I want to challenge you with today. I want you to be open enough to literally write on a piece of paper, who do you need, or how do you need to optimize someone or something in your business, right? So who do I need, or what do I need to optimize? And then for literally all of today, I want you to keep a sheet that says distractions and create a running list of distractions. One thing that's going to happen is it's going to pattern interrupt you. It's going to pattern interrupt you because you've got this like distractions, write it like big on a piece of paper, like draw like yellow highlighter around it so that it like you see it like throughout the day. Put it up on the wall, put it next to you, literally have this message. And all throughout the day, every time something distracts you, like you find yourself surfing online, right? Like I love that you're tuning into 7 a.m. Coffee with Shanda, but this is intentional. But then don't surf the internet. Don't get caught up on like surfing for the next 20 minutes after you get off 7 a.m. Coffee with Shanda, right? Don't be looking at people's pictures and getting jealous of their lives, or like looking at other people and comparing yourself to them. Don't do that. Like get out of it. Don't get caught in another funnel. Don't anything. Literally go, stop it, and then go to work. But have this list of running distractions, and every time you find yourself doing something that does not equal you generously giving in any way or generously making offers. So whether it's giving to your audience, if you're the CEO of your company, you should not be doing admin work. You need to find somebody that it is their life passion to do admin work. And so now you want to literally, if you want to make more money, like listen, you do not hire to literally keep up with your work or to give you a break. That's not what high performers do. I'm literally reading Brendan Burchard's book. That's the one I'm reading this month. And I'm loving all the research he's done. And when I read it, I'm like, yeah, I think like that. Yeah, I think like that. I did his high performance test, and out of 5, I was a 4.6 out of 5, which is super high. And that's to be able to maintain high levels of success. But when I'm reading the book, I'm like, oh yeah, that's me. Oh yeah, that's me. Like high performers don't do things to get a break. Like I don't think like that. I do things to free me up so I can actually fill that space to give more to you, because I want to impact. Like it's a crazy pull, right? And so, but I believe I taught myself that because there was a time in my life that when I wasn't a high performer, when I used to think about things like, oh, I need a vacation, I need a break, I need me time, and I don't think like that. Like you moms and dads know, you go from work right into being a parent, and I don't resent any of that. But I'm a high performer, so I've got stuff scheduled into my life to take flex time. I just took off 5 weeks, right? I just took off 5 weeks. And trust me, I wanted to get back into work, but I was like, no, this is my 5 weeks to be able to be in flex where I'm with my family and I'm with my friends and spending time with my friends. I even had time where I didn't want to go hang out with my friends because I was like, I'm so want to get back to work because I'm so driven. But my commitment, not my feelings, my commitment was to spend time with friends and family. So I did it even when I didn't feel like it. And that rejuvenated me, amazingly enough, because when we give, I noticed this with my son, and I'll end in a second. My 3-year-old son, when I let him help, like even yesterday, his nanny said that they were making eggs yesterday together. And Zach just loves it. Yes, at 3 years old, my son is at a stove making eggs. My mom almost died when he was helping me make Rice Krispie squares, and he was he was stirring the pot. I was like, don't burn your hand. And of course, he burned his arm a little bit. But now he never burned his arm again because he knew it wasn't a bad burn, by the way, but he knew that that was hot. And there's so much more aware than we give them credit for. Our kids, ourselves, we are so much more powerful than we give ourselves credit for. And so, but when my son is in contribution and he's helping, he's putting his clothes in the laundry basket, which he does every day. When he takes his clothes off, he goes to the laundry basket and he puts his clothes away. When I don't hold my son accountable to be a contributor, he is a little brat. He is temper tantrum university, but whenever my son's starting to go into temper tantrum, I move him into contribution, right? And in other words, I ask him to do more. I ask him to give more. I ask him to contribute more. We are the same way. So why are we continuously looking at our goals and aspirations of what we can handle? Stop worrying about you and start spending less time getting distracted. You'll double your income, double your money, if not 6 times it, which is the game we're playing now. If you play this game, then you're going to find that not only are you going to have better conversions online, offline, email, whatever, you're going to get more engagement on your social media platforms, on your blogs, all of these things. People are going to pay more attention to you because you're more consistent in your giving. So I'm going to challenge you to get the distractions out, because the distractions are the problems. And by the way, cleaning your house is a distraction. It just is. If you love to cook, cook. But if you don't love to cook, don't cook. It's a distraction. However, I love to wash my car. It is a distraction. I don't wash my car. Okay, so create your running list of distractions today. Let that be a pattern interrupt. And then look at those lists of distractions and be like, who do I need, or what do I need to optimize to stop this? Sometimes you don't have enough things on your calendar to be able to pull you forward. I heard Grant Cardone say this, and I was like, oh my God, I so do that. I build my calendar from the morning till the evening, meaning at 2:45 when I stop work. And I build it in a way that I'm called to the next thing. I'm called to 7 a.m. coffee with Shanda. That's why I get up. I don't get up because I'm like, some person who wants to get up and get ready in the morning. And I work from home. I could literally put my hair in a bun and wear shitty clothes all day long, like some, jogging pants all day long. But I don't, because I, perform better when I get ready. And that's why I have 7 a.m. coffee with Shanda. It works for me to give at this time. But I'm looking for more ways to give. We're starting an entrepreneur church so that every month we're giving for free to the local area. There's huge things that create time, a lot of time on my hands, as well as huge investments. And I know that it always pays off because people self-select and know that you're the right person for them to hire when you actually get out there and give. So here's the deal. Distractions need to be eliminated, and you need to stop defending your limitations. You need to stop defending that those distractions are real. And when you do, life will change. Simply alone, this live should double your income this year. Simply, if you'll actually do it. So the challenge is, do you want to be a high performer today and for this year, or do you want to be somebody who knows it all and is completely convinced that somehow at your income level that your distractions are real and nobody's ever solved them? Please don't be that righteous about that. Be righteous about winning the game. All right, you guys, I'll talk to you tomorrow. I will see you on Monday back at 7 a.m. So please go put a mark on your calendar, and I can't wait to see you. All right. I'll talk to you later. Of course, share and tag people who you think that this would be valuable for. I actually go back and I'm looking at who's actually sharing. So please do that, because it does fuel me. It really does fire me up. It lets me know that you actually care about what it is that I'm saying and you find it valuable. All right, you guys, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.